Ben Affleck is allegedly addicted to the Jennifer Lopez divorce drama. We got to talk about this and a lot more. But before we get into this, please let me introduce myself. My name is Sebastian. I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. I'm your new messy best friend, girl. Just consider me that messy best friend who's gonna FaceTime you at all times and give you all the tea. That's me, girl. So hit that subscribe button. I would be so grateful. Listen, we've been covering everything regarding Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's divorce, the ups, the downs, the mess, the craziness. And now things are just getting a little more crazy, girl, because listen, there are new reports that allegedly Ben Affleck's friends are concerned because now that he's sober, they believe that Jennifer Lopez might be his new addiction. Let's read this together, girl, because this is so messy, girl. This is messier than JoJo Siwa's music career, okay? Than Honey Boo Boo's reality show, but this is messier than Mama June stealing allegedly all the children's money, okay? Allegedly, girl. Whew. So it says here, insiders claim Ben Affleck has fallen into a very toxic pattern amid the Jennifer Lopez divorce. Ben Affleck is seemingly going through a lot of transformations after he and Jennifer Lopez officially announced their divorce. He's done multiple hair transformations, bought a new house, is allegedly going to the gym more, and now friends are allegedly worried about his latest habit being a, quote, alleged love addict. Ay, Dios mío. Insiders recently told In Touch Weekly that Affleck's pals are worried about him because he's seemingly going down a destructive path, only doing instead of thinking of the oh, sorry, girl. Let me read my dyslexia just slipped in there, girl. Insiders recently told In Touch Weekly that Affleck's pals are worried about him because he's seemingly going down a destructive path, only doing instead of thinking of the repercussions. Quote, Ben's got a very addictive personality, and a lot of people think now that he's sober, he's switched vices and become a love addict. The source told the outlet, quote, it's obviously giving him some sort of buzz to be sort of back and forth with J-Lo, even though he has no intention of going any further than having a little fun. They added that he seems self-destructive, saying, for one thing, he's messing with J-Lo's head, which is not kind, and it's also sending mixed messages to the kids, which isn't healthy. It's just putting everyone back on this awful roller coaster. It really seems like he's falling into a very toxic pattern. In the long run, this is not going to be good for anyone. There's also other headlines saying Ben Affleck switched vices and now messing with Jennifer Lopez's head. I mean, all of the major media outlets are reporting on this. There's also reports that Ben and Jen allegedly want to find a resolution very, very quickly. So it says here, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez are facing a complex divorce with financial disputes over shares assets, including their $60 million mansion. It says here that the couple's $60 million home, which they have listed for $68 million, is a significant asset in the divorce. Affleck's production company, Artist Equity, which he founded with Matt Damon 2 years ago, is also at stake. Lopez, who has a stake in the company, is reportedly concerned about her financial contributions to their shared assets. Quote, she put down the bulk of cash for their gigantic mansion, plus paid for many of the renovations. She wants to get her investment back, a source told In Touch Weekly. Ben doesn't think Jennifer has a right to a cut from future Artist Equity projects. They just want a resolution soon. J-Lo officially filed for divorce in August, and they're still trying to figure things out because there is no prenup. The divorce and how smoothly it goes is going to depend on them playing nice, which means Ben's got no choice but to try and be civilized with J-Lo as possible. If he doesn't behave the way she wants, she'll sink her fangs and make it all that much more miserable, a source close to the couple noted. Affleck, known for his frustrations with feeling controlled during their relationship, now finds himself in a difficult position. He's being held back from having fun and enjoying himself because he can't risk pissing J-Lo off, the insider told In Touch Weekly. He's got so many hot women blowing up his phone, but he's gun shy because he can't risk upsetting J-Lo. He's fully aware it's just playing into her hands, but what choice does he have right now? So as you guys saw, those are two very different sides. You know, remember I told you guys that I believe J-Lo and Ben's camps are going to start making their, J-Lo and Ben seem like the good ones, seem like the ones that, are the innocent ones, like the victims of it all, and trash the other one. So this was a really good example because in the first article I read, Ben Affleck is the one playing games with J-Lo. And in this one, he has to play nice or else she'll sink her fangs inside of him and make all the divorce a lot more difficult. I will say this, you know what? It takes two to tango. You know what I mean? I know that I've been pretty harsh on Miss Jennifer Lopez, but I have been seeing so many reports lately about Ben Affleck not being the nicest and allegedly, just like this article says, playing games. Now, of course, these are all just alleged insiders, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, or everything I read with a grain of salt. But I really do believe that maybe, we should kind of like have an open mind of really what happened here, because I have been noticing a change in the tide online about how there's a lot more negativity surrounding Ben Affleck and a lot more positivity towards Miss Jennifer Lopez. Like I said, I believe it takes two to tango, but we have seen them together. And I know that, the online media says that it's because of the kids, but like they did not have any kids together. And I get a modern family. I get, the whole blended family of it all, but like, they were only together for 3 years. Do you know what I mean? Like, does she still talk to Alice Rodriguez's kids? I don't know, girl. They were a blended family for a while too. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like at some point, everyone just kind of moves on, right? I come from a blended family too in a way, but if something happens with your parent, like for example, my stepfather had 2 other children that I have not spoken to in years, And like, I'm not trying to be shady, but we're not losing any sleep, not speaking to one another. You know what I mean? Like, people move on. Like, it's unfortunate, but people move on. Grant you, we didn't even live together. They were much older than me, so we're not, it's different than J-Lo and Ben's because they're all kind of around the same age. So I guess that's different. But I feel like people do move on, and, I feel like great that they're being civilized with their children and great that they're trying to put up a united front. But like also all these articles, like, don't you think that J-Lo's children and Ben's children have access to the internet? Imagine them reading all of these things, right? Like, it must suck, we're talking about them, but I feel like they're just kind of prolonging this divorce. And at the same time, I feel like I would, I'll lose $10 million as long as I can have my mental peace, Money is honestly not everything in this world. And I think that we have to prioritize our peace and we have to prioritize our family. And I'm sure that J-Lo's and Ben's family would be much happier seeing J-Lo and Ben happy and content and feel, in a genuine, happy, situation than, fighting for a $60 million mansion. Now, if she did put on all the renovations and she paid allegedly for the house, most of the house, then yeah, she should get her part. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Like, of course, if you fucking paid for it and you're selling it, like, maybe you should get a little more than half. If you paid for all the renovations, you bought it for 60, you're selling it for 68, that's $8 million extra. And they determined that, because of all the renovations. So obviously, J-Lo should get a little, return for her investment. Absolutely. I don't see the issue with that. But what do you guys think about Ben allegedly using J-Lo as a vice and now becoming love addict? I could definitely see that happening. I actually remember I used to smoke cigarettes, right? That was, I feel like, my only kind of addiction that I've had. I used to smoke Marlboro Lights, and I I lived in Europe, so over there it was like super normal for like 16-year-olds to smoke and stuff. Like in my school, I went to a really bougie school in Europe, and they had like smoking breaks. I've never seen that, you know, here in the US when I was in elementary and middle school. So I was like, oh wow, things are different here. But anyways, I remember 5 years ago this December, I quit smoking. And I do remember that I turned my addiction into smoking into something else, which was food, like a lot of people do. So I get that part of the addiction part. And I think that drama sometimes does kind of feel good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes when you're not directly in it and like a friend is in drama and you know, it's kind of, I mean, I'm nosy and I spill pop culture tea and I love tea. So I'm like, all, you know, oh my God, girls, what did he say here? You know what I mean? So I feel like, yes, of course, drama, divorce drama, love, it can be an addiction, obviously, but I'm sorry, but I just prioritize my mental health so much. I would not do it over money, over nothing else, girl. And then the other article saying that he's terrified of moving on or pissing J-Lo off. I think there's a middleman in this. I think there are two extremes. I think let's meet in the middle, and I think that's the truth. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I love you all so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, if you've had fun in this video, please make sure you're subscribed in case you're not. And I love you all so much. Mwah.